Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our fifth lesson, lesson 5. My name is Anjum Sathar and my email address anjum@ukversity.co.uk. Please, if you have any question, just drop me email on my email address. So before starting our today lesson, we'll a bit recap what we learned during our previous lessons. Okay, let's please. Anything you remember what we learned during our previous lesson? Yes, anyone? Anything you remember what we learned during our lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4? Uh, so lesson 1 we learn about the understanding the concept principle of project management in business, where we discuss about product life cycle and project life cycle, and we discuss program evaluation review technique. We discuss breakdown product breakdown structure, we discuss work breakdown structure, we discuss organization breakdown structure, we discuss statement of work during our lesson 1. Lesson 2, we learn about program evaluation review technique, critical path analysis model, we discuss about TQM, total quality management, and we also discuss about different sources of finance, short term, long term, internal, external, different sources of finance, and why we need to manage these sources of finance to make our project successful. We discuss in third lesson were the key. We discuss different metrics where we discuss about different stakeholder, internal, external stakeholders. We discuss different their expectation and how we'll and as a project manager, we must need to try to fulfill or balance their expectations, or fulfill their expectation and minimize the risk of our current project. In the last lesson, then we discuss about a different risk. The risk is in the probability. We discuss about risk register. We discuss how we can plan risk and how we can avoid risk, how we can minimize risk, and different sort of the risk. We discuss about the financial risk, reputation risk. We discuss different factors that bring the risk for the project or can be lead toward the risk for the project. Like we discuss political, economic, social, and technological factors that those can be. And as a micro environment, we'll try to be minimize risk. We have to adopt and we have to adjust our operations accordingly to minimize these risks. Today we'll go through our last lesson, which is about LO5, understand how close and review completion of a project. How we can close is a close stage of project, which is very important because planning and controlling is a link with each other. So close is the last final stage before you hand over the things, whatever you're supposed to do to the user. So that's why it's very crucial. Some people they miss this stage, not properly follow, and we must as a project manager need to follow properly. And they will go through work breakdown structure, organization breakdown structure, program evaluation review technique. At the closing stage as well, we need to be look around and we need to review. Okay, any question?
No,
Okay, next now today lesson we have a key to command verb explain, give account of the purpose or the reason why we need to be go through the review the closing stage of the project. Assess, offer a reason, judgment of the standard and the quality and the situation skills of the relevant facts. So we need to be closing stage of the project, and you can develop the project yourself, and you can start with the planning stage, and then of course you can go through the different stages that the project will go through. So now you can reflect as well from the start till now what new model or new techniques you have. At least you know the basic concept of these different models, so you can rate yourself how many points we move from the starting point until now. So today lesson, our first 5.1. What is the 5.1? Explain the closing stage. So we have a different stages of project life cycle. We discuss about project startup stage. So we need to think about the cost and the staffing level. What we think? Do we need more costs? Are the most costs and more money required at this stage? What do you think? Or which
No,
stage?
for no project start will be very little. And
Sorry,
in
can you?
terms of the closing stages, it should come down to minimal, if not nothing. You should be able to close out by that point.
Yes. So especially at this stage, yes, implement. So here costs will increase. Then we'll try to be finish your summarize or close it. So project every we need to look around either whatever the size, however the every project, whatever its size, should go through these stages. And the staffing and the resources, we discussed three M's. So three M's we need really three resources. So we need manpower, we need money, we need material, different sort of the asset to complete our project. Requirement throughout the project tend to the following pattern. So project startup, so you need to look around planning and organization. We discuss about different planning tools, Gantt chart as well. So implementation with monitoring, implementation and control. We discuss how we can control, how we can monitor, why monitoring is important, is a corrective, and we can completion and evaluation. We can look around what went well. It's a reflection stage really. We can learn the lesson from it. If we not complete our project on time, within cost, within quality standard, why not? Yes, so we need to be asked because our future business is based on the evaluation and our stage. So if you do this good, and that will help the future projects as well. So that's why it's very crucial stage is the closing stage of the project. Okay, so project life cycle, a key characteristic of project is what called the project life cycle related to the process it goes through from its beginning to end. Of course, these are called project life cycle stages. Even though the boundaries overlap in practice, in life cycle terms, you may say the project is born. Yes, the project is born, project is developed, project is grow up, mature, and decline. So maybe some people now due to the coronavirus it's different project they are doing for different companies and different research. So maybe it's a born stage, then is a develop at the maybe the medicine at the moment develop or grow up as not a mature yet, and maybe then is die and decline. So maybe it's a very high demand, then demand won't stay the same. So we can look around the project is a complete as well. Any question? We said also learn in lesson one when the project life cycle finish is the product life cycle starts. So growth, maturity, decline. Yes. So we need to look around. So growth, maturity, and these are the different, the concept, feasibility. We can design, execution, and close out your project life cycle. According to the Turner, we can divide the project stages into other these different stages. So we need to look around the bulk of the work usually come in the middle. In the middle stage, yes, so with the growth. So there's a lot of work in the growth stage. So maybe everyone is working really. Inspection guys there, welders there, maybe plumbing and draining and various other things happening side by side as well. So can be the different is activity can be linked to each other are different tasks of the project, depend nature of the project, where you maybe need most help. The late stages may be seen falling off in the performance just about the time you need to be sure is delivering the benefit it supports to. So we need to be make sure we have some you maybe need to be backward in order to go forward. Say where the mistakes are made through the immaturity or the lack of experience. So grow up, so we can learn from it, we can grow as a project organization, as a project within a organization as well. Maybe our IT project like NHS back in various NHS IT project failed in the past. The reason is IT not being properly integrated with the GP surgery with the customer. How then customer can book online appointment? Why I need to go to the GP surgery to request, repeat prescription? I should go online and do it. because most of our maybe 60-80% people are using technology. So it will reduce the workload. It can be auto authorization. If the things are matched at the system, we can give the rules behind it. So we need to think about it. Can be go straight to the GP, it's straight to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy straight to deliver to the customer. So this is a quite big project itself. We need to look around the closing stage. Why not this happening? The purpose of IT to reduce the time, to reduce the cost, and bring efficiencies. If efficiency not bringing, so no point to be carry on the project. Like us, project don't develop without resources and support. Like life project involve uncertainty. You never know just what around the corner. So assess your project risk and manage them. We need to be manage the risk. We need to assess the risk, probability of happening. This is the probability. What are the chances of this success? Whether the outcome is a beautiful butterfly or can be quite, it's not achieving what we're supposed to be. Mouse really doesn't, the matter how long it has, it does what you wanted it to do. So we need to be look around what will do in future. Okay, and then we have a costing. According to the turner, when at the closing stage as well, we use different method of costing or different stages you can use this simple method. This is consist of comparing the forecast at the completion again the original planned cost at completion. So we also discuss about in UK HS2 HS3 project. So was 56 billion. So now is 106 billion. Why we reach at that point? Even yes, is a forecast cost. So why we said initially the 56 billion? What do you think? Why? Anything? Any point you want to add?
No.
Okay. So forecast cost at the completion equal to actual cost to date, actual cost whichever stage you are of the project, and plus the estimated cost remaining of the project. Based on the turner, there are the simple example cost measuring the project. Halfway stage, 50% complete based on the 5 project work activities and 2 different method of the cost control we can use. So call the work to do method 1 and work to do method 2, which represent the work still remaining in the cost curve. So we can say 80% work complete. We're not going to make you payment 100%. If it's 80% complete, we'll make the payment 80%. So we need to be look around those. So we need to look around the forecast cost at the completion, actual cost to the date, plus estimated remaining cost based on the original estimate. So original estimate, we can say how much is remaining now. Okay, like here we have an example, so we can look around work activity 1, 2, A, B, C, D, E. Planned cost at the completion is 100%, 100 pound or 100 million, whatever you can count as a cost. So planned at the halfway, actual halfway, and then we can look around the percentage wise it's complete. So actual cost is 100% complete this activity. So we can look around this is 120. So then 100 is my planned at the halfway is 100, 90% of actual way, halfway, and this 100% is a halfway, and we can look around what to do method and completion. Yes. So it needs to be 90% further. The
So
cost.
just looking at that then, when you say percentage complete at halfway, does that mean the project's complete for A and B at the halfway point?
Yes, these are the activities. Yes. So each activity we're looking not project, but we're looking as a activity is 100% complete or how many percent complete.
Okay.
So whatever the cost you kept it. If I'm saying 50% complete, my cost should be 50 as well. Yes. But the cost is more than that, so we can look around what will be my full cost completion. So my cost should be 500 there, planned cost at the completion. Planned cost halfway should be 250, but actual cost is 290. Yes.
Yeah.
So we can look around. There is work to do method is 230 should be, but is forecast cost at a completion should be 520 now instead of 500, and will fully complete. Halfway should be 250. Yeah. Any question there?
No questions.
Okay. So this way we can compare the cost plus and minus, and these are the costing methods. So how much is the remaining? How much is actual? What the percentage you complete? What the percentage should be remaining? Is it more than the estimate? Is it less than the estimate? So we can look around here the other method where we look the remaining cost and we can revise our estimate as well. Yeah, because if our activity not complete, we can revise. So that's my should be completion cost estimated. That should be halfway. That's my actual. That's my the percentage halfway. How many percent complete? This is should be halfway method 2, but now the full completion cost should be 527. So as the method 1, activity A or B are the completed halfway as the project, but A is over budget by 20, while the B is under budget by 10. Is it okay? Yes. So we can find it under and over observed. Sometimes we can overestimate some activities. Yes. But we can look around overall the project what will be affected. Yes. Maybe one area HR you saving it, but in the marketing or the material you're increasing it. Material price is not in your control. Yes. Labor and the usage is in your control. How you deploy it effectively. Yes. Maybe you're reducing the waiting time and the cost will reduce. So these are the method we can look around. Then earned value and the earned value analysis. There is one more measure you maybe use. The cost control is above example which we calculated. The planned cost again the remaining cost of completion. Yes, work to do method. In we can look around or we can look around if you're saving it and your cost wise, of course your value like a value added, the thing. So we can look around the planned value, the project cost of the work, earned value, value earned for the actual money, and original estimate less the estimated cost remaining. Actual value, the cost of the work already completed. So this way we can calculate the value. Using the variable, you can produce the various equations control the project, both the cost and the time. So EC is the earned value minus actual cost equal to CV cost variance. How much is the variance there? You be underspent or you can be overspent. EV is the estimated value minus PV is a planned value equal to SV is the schedule variance. Yes, how much you expect there is a price increase can be like if we look the inflation. What do you think? How much is the inflation we have in UK? Approximate?
Inflation at the minute, I'm not sure. 1%.
Yes, we have approximately 2%. So if we expect 2% cost will go up, yes? 2%. But if is our cost not going up 2%, or is it because if we are now think about the oil prices, some company maybe gain from it, yes? So oil prices is significant dropped due to the demand or various other things as well. So if we have a cash, we can look around this and we can reduce the cost. So 20 hours spent, underspend, overspend, and underspend. So we can look around different index and we can calculate through this, how many percent complete. So final review and close. Any question?
No questions.
Okay, next final review. You come to that part of the project where it's time to move on. but not until you had a final evaluation and final report. So the purpose of final review and the report to identify the success or unsuccessful outcome provided the final against the actual, yes, and the forecast. So issues, problem, how they arose and how they are resolved. Things they are went well, of course, is just a reflection. What went well, what not went well, why not? Yes, and we can look around. So like if you're going anywhere now as a project manager, you apply the job as a project manager in any company. Nowadays they ask you the question. It's called competency based interview. Okay, competency based interview. Have we heard about STAR method?
No, not star method. I have used lessons learned in the past.
Okay, that's yes, they can use the method. First is S stand for situation. They can ask you what was the situation, which project you involved, yes, what activity or task you done, what you have achieved through this project, yes, or what action, sorry, situation, task, action, and R stand for result, yes. So give example from your previous background, yes, where you involved the project. Yes, when was the time, what you done, what task you done, what your actions were, and what result were. So the things not went, how what action took to minimize the cost. Yeah? Maybe you can say, you used to use the face-to-face meeting and you introduce an app to reduce the cost. Yes, because the time reducing, traveling time is also reducing the cost. Okay. So next now we're looking 5.2, assess the importance of the project evaluation. So planning and the organization, this is the detail of the identification, assignment of the task, include define, governance process, agreeing reporting. We need to look around at and implementation with the monitoring. We need to be make sure ensure that the project activities and properly executed and control. Although the process of the continuous verification will be occurred and the final acceptance process will take place. We're looking the completion and the evaluation. This is often overlooked or not being the part of the project itself. So we need to be look around, but it shouldn't be neglected. Once satisfied the product or the service work, the project effectively over. The final report should be detailed finding post implementation review after and sort while. So we need to be look around because in future this is the learning curve really we need to look around. Okay, next we already learn about critical path analysis and program evaluation techniques. Yes, in lesson 1 as well. At this stage we can use this again. Yes, at the completion stage as well, because this is a planning tool but is also evaluation tools as well. So like here, if you set that time to cook the food, you're saying maybe 40 minutes, yes. So you need to look around the start, you need to look around the cook meal, you need to look around the eat meal, yes, the 15 minutes. Overall this process will takes you 45 minutes and you have a 45 minutes break. And set the table. If you're not doing it within that time, so maybe we're not really completing our task or activity, because our task activity can be our project. Yes. So this is the critical. What is, this is exercise shows the following. There is a connected path. Yes. So maybe you cooking something, but you can do while other activities as well side by side. Any question there?
No, so you could do many activities working in parallel.
Yes, you can, because otherwise, if you're just looking, and you waiting the food be cook and you not set the table, yes, you not make the salad or whatever, so we need to look around because all these connected activity you can look around. Sometimes it's called multitasking, yes. So we need to look around. That's why we need to be find the parallel activity we can do within a project, so we can complete some. So you may be familiar. We also already discussed about Gantt chart. Yes, activity one. So
Yeah.
we can track the activities. Why at the completion stage? Why where we stay the behind which activity and why? So in the closing stage, and we can prepare the report out of it because the report is a reflection what went well, what not went well. Yes, what we can learn from next time. Maybe in the Gantt chart, I'll give extra days there. Yes, maybe in the planning we spend less time, but we struggle later stages. Okay, next now we can look around this. Okay, here is the activity. So what do you think about? We've been given the criteria is a cost, architectural merit, time before completion, additional space provided, energy saving design, use local contractor, car parking. So this is the building new premises, yes? Is a construction project. So what do we think? Which one will give the priority? Yes?
So
So possible
priority,
criteria of the new building for your organization.
I would say initially it would be to do with the number two, architectural merit.
Yes,
That's
good.
anything to do.
Okay, so we can rank them each, yes? Which one is a high priority, which one is a low priority, yes? Which one is where? So we
Yeah.
can look around. So we can look around. First, suppose you've been given three project A, B, C. Maybe the different priorities in different projects, Sam, yes? So cost, maybe in the project A is a 3, yes? Ranking. In project B can be 1, depends.
Yeah.
So is the example is to clear the concept, yes? How we can do the ranking. Time, yes? Because some project is if you don't finish timely, let's say school building, yes, if we don't hand over up to July, they have to put all the equipments and it should be ready from September. So we should need to be look around these, the things, all possible options in different project, and it can be different project in different priorities. Local contractor, is it that's your key thing? Maybe you're looking the local contractor and why? Yes, you can rank. That's your first priority. Yes.
Yeah.
Any question?
No questions.
Okay. Then we looking the basic project management process. Assemble team. Define objective. We all already discussed at the planning stage as well. Define project scope, and we are now obtaining and stakeholders and the close the project. Yes. When you close the project is a report and review activities. So you need to be, yes. That will help us in the future. Okay. So then other mental one of the author, he gave the three-stage cycle. So startup, project manager, selected team, assembled, resource allocated, work program drawn up. It can need to be a bit slow. Middle phase, work get underway and resources are deployed is need to be quick now. At the end stage, progress slow, drawing the project together, and the final task may take disproportionate time. Yes, so maybe you slow down slightly, but you need to be look around. Of course, end of the day, you have to finish. So you can save some time at this. Yes, you slow down because you give the final touch and then you hand over the project. Because at the end of the day, people looking the final ready the product which you deliver it as a project.
Yeah.
So closing the project, the progress cover the project manager's work to wrap up the project either at its end or at the premature close and allow the control close to the project. The objective of the closing a project, therefore, check extend to which the objective or the aim set out in the project initiation document have been met. Confirmation extended the fulfillment of the project. PIDS, project initiation document. So we need to look around customer satisfaction with the delivery. That's we need to be. Maybe you can do the survey, obtain formal acceptance of deliverable, make an recommendation for follow up and actions, capture lesson resulting from the project, and complete the lesson learned report, and prepare end project report. Any question?
No questions.
Okay, so that's all about the project. I just assess the major infrastructure project, how we can assess this. I copy also link as well for you to further contingency planning. Of course, we need to be at this stage as well. We also discuss about communication in the past, which is very important. And the final stage is very important, communication, because it's not mean we complete this project, but this also help us the future project. So because if you NHS project, NHS is not just one. NH can be many sides. So if we have a, like you maybe heard about, or maybe it's bomb. One is one of the big construction company like Carillions and various other companies. Yes, Carillion is unfortunate, not sustained. So we need to be learned from it, because we can get the future contract from NHS, our council, our school project. So we need to be fulfilled. Yes, and we can add in our reports this project we finish, and what was the satisfaction level when the client use it. Any question?
No questions.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks for attending this lesson. So today lesson we learn about our LO5, understand how to close and review completion of the project, which is very important stage as well. This stage we can learn the lesson from it. In the next lesson we will go through our assignment brief, and we'll discuss all about the task and how we can address all the learning outcome within assignment brief. So assignment brief is already on Moodle. Please, before next lesson, if you just look and go through, in the next lesson we'll go through, the next lesson will be about the assignment brief. If you have any question, please drop me email on my email address, and thanks for attending. If you're listening and you have any question as well, please drop me email on my email address. Thank you. Thanks. Hope so. We'll speak you all next week. Thank you. Bye bye.